Hi everybody, Rita here. Today I'm going to be doing a mini wrap-up of some of the graphic novels that I've already started reading this month that I really want to share with you. I've got 5 so far, so I'm just going to go ahead and jump in. The first one is The Legend of Wonder Woman, The Origins, Volume 1, and this is by Renae and Dillon. And this graphic novel is probably one of my favorites so far. I absolutely love the stellar artwork. When I first read the synopsis in the back, it sounded a lot like the movie, so I didn't really want to read it until after I watched the movie. And now that I have read it, there are so many differences in it. There's a lot of similarities from here to the movie, and there are completely separate. The movie didn't copy this, she didn't copy anything from what they're doing for the movie. They are just using a lot of stuff from the original Origins, but this graphic novel is absolutely amazing. I loved it. The only thing is that it broke my heart that I found out that Volume 2, which was supposed to be the final completion of this series, was canceled. I'm so sad. This ends on kind of a cliffhanger. I mean, not like a horrible cliffhanger, but on a cliffhanger. And I really, really wanted it to continue. I'm gonna have to find other graphic novels that talk about her origins to be able to complete what's happening. But it is still such an amazing story. It is a gorgeous graphic novel, even though the Volume 2 is not coming out. I am insanely happy that I have this one because it's just everything that I wanted in a graphic novel for Wonder Woman. So I don't want to get in too much detail of this because I don't want to spoil it for anybody, and there are some betrayals and twists and turns in this in the very beginning, so I'm just going to give you kind of like a brief synopsis of what's going on. But basically, the Mascara is under some kind of sickness or darkness that is invading the island, and because Diana is made from the clay and earth of the island, she is feeling all of the changes and the darkness that is slowly growing, and nobody else believes her, nobody else sees it, and so when certain things happen, she realizes that she needs to stand up and she needs to learn to fight to be able to defend her people, defend the island, try and change things. And one thing led to another, and she ends up leaving the island and trying to help Steve to be able to get back to his home area, which is actually in America, not in the UK and England. And this is taking place in World War II instead of World War I, like the movie. So there's a lot of differences in this, and Etta Candy is a huge major part in this. She's actually one of Diana's best friends, and I love Etta Candy. She is so amazing. I love her humor, her sassiness, her style. I love her friendship dynamic with Diana. She is so amazing. She's still my favorite character. I loved her in the movie. She was like the comic relief, but I absolutely loved her. And in this one, Renae did not let me down with how much I still love her, even more actually now, because she's so dynamic of a character and she is absolutely amazing. I love her so much. So I wanted to also show you, I don't think I did this during the TBR or any of the book hauls, but the cover. So this is the dust jacket, and then it is so pretty. So if you are interested in learning about Wonder Woman's origins and interested in getting started in graphic novels for her, I highly suggest this one as a starting point. Even though the second volume is not coming out, this is still a great way to be able to see what's going on with her origins, how it pertains to the original origins, where she's still Diana Prince instead of, I think it's like Donna something. They changed her name, the revampings of it. But I highly, highly, highly suggest this. The next graphic novel that I read is Miss Marvel, No Normal. This is by Willow and Adrian Alphona. This is the first volume in her series that they've done, and this is an absolutely stunning, amazing graphic novel. She is Muslim, so this is a great way to be able to get more diverse characters. She's very independent and very smart, and she kind of questions a lot of things and within her culture, but also in her normal life. And she kind of goes through a whole struggle of finding herself throughout this book. And from the very beginning to the very end, you see a definite change in her personality and her whole dynamic of her character. I really, really enjoyed this. If you're wanting to begin in Marvel Comics and you really like female leads, I highly suggest this one as a good starting point. That and also the female Thor. that I will be reading later in the month. I will do a wrap up on that one as well, but these ones are great volumes. These ones are great stories, and they have a lot of good diverse characters, but also with strong female leads. The next graphic novel I read is Phoebe and Her Unicorn by Simpson. I absolutely love this. This style is kind of like classic comic strip style where, you know, like Garfield and whatnot, Peanuts, kind of like the Sunday paper ones. Each page is really its own comic, but she strings them together in a way where it makes out a story. And literally the first 3 pages just had me cracking up so much that I fell in love with this. And this is about a girl who ends up trying to skip a rock in a pool, accidentally hits a unicorn, and unicorns are very vain, and the unicorn was entranced in its own reflection, and because she was able to get it out of the trance, it gave her a wish, and she wished for it to be her best friend. And this is a great story about their adventures, all their silliness, and the unicorn is very sassy, very vain, and I absolutely love this series, and there are, I think, 5 books total, and I cannot wait to read those ones as well. The next 2 I read is Smile and Sisters by Raina Telgemeier, and I have never read these books. These books are insanely popular at work. Everybody wants to read them. And I finally got them from the library to be able to figure out why they're so popular, and now I understand. These books are absolutely amazing. Raina Telgemeier, her Smile book, is kind of like an autobiography of her life. So she has an accident when she is a kid. She loses her 2 front teeth and has to get braces and implants and all this other stuff. And I went through braces when I was in middle school. I absolutely hated it. I was cringing at some of the stuff for like all the dentist things because I really remember all of the orthodontist and dentist visits that I had to go through. I absolutely hated it. And so reliving her reactions to it was just like, ugh. But it was really good. She's a very great storyteller, very easy to read. And in Sisters, this is a small part of what's happening in here. It's them on a road trip to a family reunion, and it's about her and her sister who always fight and never get along, and it's them throughout the road trip being stuck in a car for 2 weeks there and back, and they basically have to figure out how to get along. That they realize at the end that there's some stuff going on in their family that they might need to start paying attention and working together. And it was a very good book. I really enjoyed both of these. So those are all of the graphic novels that I read recently and that I really enjoyed that I wanted to share with you. If you have read any of them, definitely leave me comments down below. Let me know what you think, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you soon with another one. Bye!